Join me as we explore the common misconception that know, like, trust is how you boost sales. And then tune in to find out how you can avoid the mistakes that will actually make a difference to the bottom line.
Welcome to Inner Business, the podcast that delves deep into the soul of entrepreneurship. My name is Selena Woodward, seasoned business owner, qualified business coach, and intuitive guide. I'm going to offer you actionable steps to increase your revenue whilst we explore how you are showing up in your business. Let's explore the blocks and connect the dots on your journey to business fulfillment.
Hi there, did you know that 80% of successful sales happen after someone has interacted with you 4 or 5 times? And interestingly, literally only 2% of business owners follow up with their customers more than once to get that sale. What a fascinating statistic. You've probably heard it before. I want us today to reflect on what that looks like in our own business and what we can do to tweak, to transform that. Because of course, we need to build rapport with our customers. We need a relational experience, and of course that's going to involve multiple touch points, 4 or 5, the statistics show, until someone is ready to make a commitment. Some of you are thinking, I know that, Selena. That's why I continuously use social media, email marketing to nurture my customers and help them move towards buying with me. I used to do the same thing, right? If I show up on socials, if I send an email newsletter, then I'm just constantly front of mind. And absolutely, that is part of the process. You might have heard of something called the know, like, trust factor. I used to work very, very hard because relationally, that's important to me. I want you to know me, to like me, to trust me, most importantly. Trust that I have got your back, that I understand you, and that I can help you achieve your goal. And I know as a soul-centered business, you are exactly the same way. Know, like, trust has become a core marketing mantra. Build, know, like, trust. Know, like, trust. And yet I work with many clients who show me this beautiful lead list, but it's full of people who are not buying. So they've got lots and lots of people in their groups in Facebook, lots and lots of people on their email list, but the conversion rate of leads is lower than they would like. They will tell me they've got lots of people who follow them, lots of people who like them, who know them, who trust them. Why aren't they buying? What a great question. And that's what I want to explore today. Because the know, like, trust factor is just one small part of a bigger picture that I want to share with you today. Thank you to everybody who's already headed to selenawoodward.com/event. You've got your ticket. I'm going to see you for free on the 15th of October. It's not too late. You can do the same thing. selenawoodward.com/event, because I am going to be talking about this with you. We're going to spend 2 hours in which we learn how to evaluate our message and to take steps to tweak it. And one of the tools that I'll be introducing to you in a lot more detail on the 15th is the triangle of curiosity, enlightenment, and commitment. Now, this triangle comes from this book by Don Miller, Marketing Made Simple. As you know, I am an accredited Business Made Simple coach. This is my bag, all right? And this triangle looks like this. Here it is: curiosity, commitment, and enlightenment. These are the actual 3 powerful phases that your message needs to go through to help your customers move from one of those 80% who are looking at you 4 or 5 times before they commit. Okay, and so what is this triangle? As I say, it starts with curiosity, moves into enlightenment, and ends with a commitment. Now, curiosity is, as Brene Brown would say, one of our favorite skills. It's a way in which we lean in. It's a way in which we take off our armor. We stop going, oh, I'm not doing that because of this, and letting our head take over. Curiosity is what we want from our customers. We want them to lean in. We want them to have questions. We want them to see themselves reflected back at them. All of this happens in the story brand script in various parts, including where you define your customer, what their problems are, and how you can help them. Curiosity is the part where you hook them in. I don't mean one of these hooks in a video. Was that cheesy? Was that embarrassing? Yes, who cares? What I mean is, it's a way for me in which you hold up a mirror and you reflect themselves back to them. So they're like, oh my goodness, that is me. I see myself. What's going on there? And they lean in and they want to know more, which then leads them to the enlightenment phase. The enlightenment phase is where I like to call it the due diligence phase. So the due diligence phase is usually where we'll go, yeah, but come on then, prove it. We get a bit armored. Hopefully we can take off the armor, but we need it, right? As humans, it's really important to us that if you're saying you can help me survive and thrive, I need proof. So in our story brand framework, we have the guide. That's you, that's your products. And the guide has authority and empathy. So in order to help them through this phase of due diligence, of enlightenment, we need to make sure that we share results from our customers, that we share testimonials from people who have worked with us and who have moved forward and are really happy with the results. We want to show them that we have authority. I'm a business coach trained by Donald Miller. I'm Dare to Lead trained. I have built a 6-figure business before. Like, what is your authority? How is it that you are the person, or your product is the person or the thing that is going to help this customer move forward? So that's the second part, enlightenment. And that often can happen in our social posts. It can happen in a nurture email. It should also be happening in the copy on your landing page on your website. Again, all of this comes from that message, that beautiful story brand script that you have put together, right? Okay, yep. And then the third part is commitment. And that is totally missing from know, like, trust. In fact, I would say that know, like, trust is actually the enlightenment phase of the triangle. It is important, but it's not actually asking you to step forward and ask for them to energetically join and swap energies like money, right? It's not asking for a commitment. It's just like, hey, like me, without ever asking anyone out, really. And so you want to date your customer in the sense that like we talked about in the last episode. Marketing is about you getting to know each other. It's about enlightenment. Sales is about the commitment. The third part of this triangle is commitment. And as I said at the beginning, 80% of people need those 4 or 5 touch points. That's great. That's the enlightenment phase. But where is your sales touch point? Leaning in here. Where is your ask? Where is your commitment? If I look at your website, is it really easy to commit? Do I have to scroll all the way to the bottom to find a button? Or is it all the way through? Is it really obvious to me what the steps are that I need to take to commit? We talked about that in a whole episode. The show notes below will explain what links to go to find that episode. But sales and commitment are really important. And without all 3 elements of that triangle, without curiosity, enlightenment, and commitment, all you have is a bunch of fans. And that's lovely. That might feel great. All these likes, all these followers, good work. But the numbers don't matter unless they convert into happy, brilliant customers who are telling other people about how great you are and the difference that you made and bringing in even more customers. So ask yourself the question, are you in the game of collecting likes, follows, subscribers, views, numbers, stats like that? Or are you in the game of serving and supporting people in exchange for energy, money energy, so that you can build your business and you can reach more people? All right, so this triangle, we're going to talk a little bit more about it on the 15th of October, and we're going to have a look at your marketing, or your messaging, because we're going to look at your sales too, and we're going to ask some really big questions about this triangle. I'm hoping that, in fact, I know it will trigger some awesome aha moments for you. So if you haven't done so already, grab a ticket quick before they all go at selinawoodward.com/event. Come and join me, and we will explore the triangle that's in this book. Other way, Selena, we'll explore the triangle that's in this book, and I will explain to you where the no like trust factor fits and what else, what little tweaks can we do to make sure that you have more touch points in the commitment phase and more touch points in the curiosity phase. You'll walk away going, oh, okay, I see you, I've got you. If you think about it, how many people are on your list? How many likes, how many followers? How many of those are customers? How many of those are repeat customers? How are you making sure that many of them convert to people who want to work with you? Have you asked them? Are you afraid to ask them? Is there a story running in your mind that they don't need you? They're following you. Don't take that question away from them. Give them the opportunity to answer you, yes or no. It's okay, and be totally okay if the answer is no. Make it a not yet, or make it a goodbye. That's okay. We are not for everybody. But that commitment phase can bring up a lot, can't it? Asking somebody out. It is, isn't it? It's the same. It's like, okay, we've been hanging out for a while now. Do you want to date? It's scary. It's the same in your business. It's a relational thing. And that's okay. If we take a moment to just be aware of what's coming up for us, in that phase, in any of the phases, perhaps you're not even really that comfortable with the first part where you put yourself out there and you're saying, hey, this is me and this is what I do. That's okay too. There's an opportunity here to really tune in. What's showing up for you? What might be getting in the way? Is there anything? Is it about structure and systems and about focus? Is it about an emotion or a thought? Just catch that thought, catch that emotion, notice it, journal on it, see what it reveals to you. Because trust me, the minute we start to tweak based on our intuition and our self-awareness, big changes happen. Big shifts happen in your energy, so big shifts will happen in your business too. I was actually having a great conversation just yesterday with a business coach that showed up a whole heap of stuff in me. I am off to see Sue on Wednesday, probably the day that this episode airs. Because I don't need that stuff. I don't need those thoughts. So I'm going to go work with her on that. Who's your Sue? Who do you have that you can work with on your limiting beliefs and work with on the blocks that stop you from moving forward? Because your business is a relationship, and relationships always hold up mirrors to you. Always, without a doubt, your business shows you things about yourself, and you get to choose what you do with that information. So if you look at this triangle, the curiosity, enlightenment, commitment triangle, and there's fear that pops up at one or more of the stages, or you notice that maybe you're not balancing in the triangle, why? Let's think about why. Feel free to email me if you want to and have a chat with me. Just reach out at inbox@selinawoodward.com if you don't want to comment publicly, but obviously feel free to comment as well below. What happens when you think about the balance of time, like we talked about last week in sales and marketing, and how your messaging is weaving through curiosity, enlightenment, and commitment? I'm going to be giving you some great examples on October the 15th of what that looks like. But for now, let's just take a moment to tune in to what comes up in those three elements for you. Is there anything? And what would you like to bring with you to discuss on October 15th? So just head to selenawoodward.com/event if you don't have your ticket. Why not? Come and grab one quick. And then as you're listening to these episodes, bring your questions with you and let's unpack them together as a group in a safe space where we can all share our experiences. So that is know, like, trust is just one tiny part. It's in the enlightenment phase. But there's also curiosity that brings them to you, so they want to know you, like you, and trust you. And then crucially, there's a commitment phase where we ask them to commit to our services. Interesting, huh? Let me know what's coming up for you. And remember to head over to selenawoodward.com/event if you want to dive into that with me some more. Next week is the final episode in this series on the golden thread in marketing and sales. Let me know which one of the episodes has been your favorite so far. But that's it for this week. And I will see you next week for the final episode in the 4 around this thread in marketing and sales. Make sure you check out the videos here and here that will show up in a moment, and keep watching. Take care, my friends. Keep building beautiful, authentic businesses that just light up your soul and serve others. Have a beautiful week. Take care.